New at noon, police in Southwick are asking for your help finding a vehicle involved in a hit-and-run pedestrian crash. Police say that crash happened last night on North Loomis Street. They believe the vehicle involved is a 2003 to 2006 Chevy Silverado. Witnesses say the truck looked like it was spray-painted black and had a white Z71 emblem on the side. Police say they believe the driver is a young white male between 18 and 20 years old. The truck should have some front-end damage. Now, if you have seen a vehicle matching this description, contact Southwick Police at the number on the bottom of your screen there.